You two are trying outside in the building with another daily ep on their good day. You hear me? Today, I ain't gonna need to tell the story. It may be stories in between, but this gonna be kind of educational. Cause niggas be out here doing they 1-2 and don't be knowing what they doing. And don't be knowing, boy, you dependency for what you doing is for what y'all doing is very high type time. So people hear the word conspiracies and Ricos just through rap and Young Thug cases and all that, but don't really know what it means. So I'm finna explain what it means. We're gonna start with conspiracy. Conspiracy is basically, in the beginning, they just pile a bunch of circumstantial evidence up against you and your crew. Because a conspiracy can only happen if it's two or more people. You know, you by yourself can't be a conspiracy. It takes two or more people. So it starts with just a bunch of circumstantial evidence towards y'all, like, okay, and a conspiracy isn't just drugs. It can be conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy for a Ponzi scheme, conspiracy to run the pill mill, conspiracy for human trafficking. Conspiracy is basically, it applies to every crime. It applies to all crimes, no matter what the crime is. If it's two or more y'all doing it, it's a conspiracy case for it. But it starts with just circumstantial evidence. They don't really have hard, solid proof without a shadow of a doubt that you're doing what they investigating you for doing. But 9 times out of 10, you are. It's just like if you go through your girl phone or you go through your man phone, the crime you looking for is them cheating. But going through their phone, you don't see no videos of them just smashing, but you see text messages of whatever they talking to with their other person, whatever they saying. So from that, you can already see, okay, this person is cheating. So it's basically the same thing. Going through a person's phone is circumstantial evidence because your spouse can say, I ain't have sex with them. And if it ain't no proof of them having sex in the messages, you can go to trial with it, basically. So a conspiracy starts with just them saying, okay, we surveillance them, we tap their phone, they saying this, they doing that. No, we haven't caught them with no drugs. No, we don't got to catch them with no drugs. Because once we build enough circumstantial evidence up to get this indictment and pull them in, they gonna do the rest of the work for us anyways. Because that's what happens within the conspiracy. Okay, they think y'all selling drugs, right? They got all these phone conversations, y'all using code words, y'all saying bowls instead of pounds, y'all saying, you feel me? Well, whatever the code words is, I ain't gonna put that out there. You feel me? So if all y'all go in there and stand tall, that whatever y'all was saying, you feel me? They can't really prove that a bowl is a pound. You feel what I'm saying? If everybody go in there and stand tall, but that never happens. What happens with conspiracies is they pull in all these people, right? So just for instance, if it's 10 people on the conspiracy, right? 10 people. 3 of them related, the other 7 just homeboys or baby mama brothers or whatever. Once they pull all of them in, that crew breaks down into households. Now, it's like, okay, everybody locked up. So now everybody talking to their significant other in their household who mainly depending on them. That's who they fiend off of, or whatever they wife saying, whatever they mama saying, whatever they, you feel me, whatever they kids saying. They don't want to leave their kids. So now they not thinking for the crew no more. They thinking for their household. So now you pulled in 10 people, and that then split up into basically a game of 10 people trying to, get the easiest way out. Now, some guys gonna stand tall and go in there, but it's gonna always be 1 or 2 guys gonna crack. And once they crack, they are saying, okay, everything y'all saying true. So if it's true about me, it's true about everybody. So that's they move. They gonna pull you in on circumstantial evidence. We don't even know for a fact y'all doing this, but just by throwing you in the cell and showing you this paper saying we think y'all doing this, you're scared now. You feel me? Or somebody on the case scared now. You feel what I'm saying? So they gonna go on and cross the T's and dot the I's and show, okay, now that was that and that was that. So now they like, oh, okay, boom. They go back to the ones who tough, who ain't gonna sneak and say, hey, man, your partner, hey, you feel me? So that's how conspiracies, that's how the cases be so easily convicted, because people ain't going to trial with these folks. Because 9 times out of 10, like I said, you done what they thinking you done 9 times out of 10, but they still haven't solely proved it. You feel what I'm saying? They haven't solely proved it yet. Once they pull in these cliques of people, y'all gonna prove it for us. You feel me? Because once I show you this paper, we think y'all doing that. And if we can kind of prove y'all did this how much time you gonna get? But if you don't go to trial and you just gonna plead out, you can get this much time. If you cooperate, you're gonna get this much time. You feel me? So the people who they pull in finish their job for them. That's basically a conspiracy. Two or more people coming together to even think. Long as we talk about it, it's automatically a conspiracy. Soon as I link up with my partner, be like, bruh, man, my folk coming from out of town, man. They finna bring them things in for 20 bands a piece. I got 40, man. If you got 60, man, we can go 100 and get 10 on them and get 5 on them. They gonna front us 5 on them. That's 10, man. Let's do it. That's a conspiracy. Right there, before we even get to work, conspiracy. Already. If that was on phone call, conspiracy to sell 10 kilos of whatever we was talking about. You feel me? That's a conspiracy. If we ain't even got to work, we only talked about it. That's a conspiracy. Now, only thing with Rico is a conspiracy. Everything I just said about a conspiracy, and add a murder. One murder. But the murder got to be on behalf or in benefit of the clique or of the conspiracy. So let's say, for instance, okay, we already under indictment for a conspiracy we don't know, right? We already under indictment. In that conspiracy, during their investigation, they find out we into it with some guys from the other side of town through phone calls. We into it with some guys from the other side of town. One night, we go out, we spin on them. You feel me? We kill one of the guys from the other side of town. We talking about it on the phone. Yeah, man, them nigga woo, woo, woo. That's a Rico now, because we have went and committed a murder on behalf of the clique, because we was into it with those guys because of whatsoever. We did it on behalf of the clique. The clique was into it with them. We killed one. You feel me? Or somebody ran off on us and we killed them. Or, you feel me? Just anything to do with the clique. Anything to do with all us basically saying, yeah, that person got to get got. Or, woo, 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 woo. You feel me? Now, it's a Rico. Same thing like with Young Thug alleged Rico. Same thing with Big U Rico. All these killings, what made them not conspiracies and killings is that, what made those not conspiracies and Ricos is that the murder happened on behalf of the clique, allegedly. I don't know about Young Thug and them. I don't know them personally. I don't know about Big U and them. I don't know them personally. But from what I've seen in court, they trying to say that it was a group decision on Young Thug and them side to go kill Nut. You feel me? That's what make it a Rico. On Big U and them side, it's saying that it was a decision to drive from Atlanta, him and one of his partners to drive from, from Los Angeles to Vegas and kill Lil Buddy. That makes it a Rico. Now, let's say we under indictment for a conspiracy and one of us go home and catch our girl cheating and kill the dude. That's not a Rico. I did that on my own. That was something that I did. That's not on behalf of the crew. You feel what I'm saying? It's not on behalf of the crew. I did something on my own. I was walking down the street and I got into it with a random person and I killed him. You feel me? That's just a murder on me. That's not going to go on the clique. You feel what I'm saying? A conspiracy and the Rico, only difference is a murder on behalf of the clique makes it a Rico. No murders makes it a conspiracy. That's why you notice with most federal conspiracies and Ricos, a conspiracy, unless you just got caught with buku, some crazy stuff, the highest dude on the case may get 30 years and he may be the head. You feel me? And it trickles down all the way to 5s and you feel me? On the Rico, the head dude most likely gonna get life. You feel me? Multiple people gonna get life because murders are involved. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like the difference between conspiracies and Ricos. And like I said, conspiracies isn't just drugs. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I went to the feds, as a drug dealer, I felt small. Like, when you in the feds, especially when you at these lower custody levels, like lows and camps, where it's, because really, the feds, really, lows and camps is where the money at. Mediums and pens is where, mediums and USPs is where super drug dealers at, or super violent people with Ricos, people with, you feel me? Like, it's more violent, it's more, you feel me? Lows and camps is where the white collar crimes at. You feel me? So I started at a low, then I worked my way to the camp. I ain't got, by the grace of God, I haven't ever been to a medium or a pen. But lows and camps is where the money at, because This where the white collar crimes that don't carry too much time. It's not violent. 9 out of 10, it's their first offense. So they going straight to a lower camp. But you can't go to a camp unless you got 10 years or under. If you got a day over 10, you got to start at a low. So you feel me? So it's like when I was in jail, I felt small for being a drug dealer. Like I'm talking to certain people, man, I felt small. Like, why the hell was I selling drugs? How much time you got? You got 3 years and what you did? Man, listen, no cap. I was locked up with a guy. I forgot his name though. Fat white man. I forgot his name. This man got 4 years for taking a dime. He worked at a bank for taking a dime out of everybody's account he had access to. He took a dime out a day. Everybody account he had access to, he took a dime out a day for 6 years. 1 dime a day for every account. So let's just say he got access to 200,000 accounts. He take a dime out of every one of them. That's $20,000 a day for 6 years. That man only got 4 years for that. I felt small, like, why the hell was I selling drugs? Like, drugs is so stupid because I got to get away every time. You only got to catch me once. Drugs, really selling drugs is, I mean, it's the only option sometimes for certain people, and at times I feel like it was the only option for me. But when you look at when you look at the statistics and the game, I got to get away every day. I got to be my own lawyer, my own security, my own account, my own negotiator, my own smuggler, my own distributor, my own exporter, my own. When you selling drugs, you everything in one. Your own security, your own. You feel me? All lines of defense is on you, and you got to do each one of these jobs to the T each day. Every day you got to do all these jobs to the T. I got to make sure he ain't trying to rob me. Make sure he pay me what he owe me. Make sure she ain't trying to finesse me. Make sure she ain't trying to line me up. Make sure this car that been parked over there ain't the police. Make sure the police ain't trailing me. Make sure I make it in this house right. Make sure I don't stay with somebody know where I stay. Make sure my money's safe. Who got my money? I got to make sure that's over there. I got to make, but I still got to be a daddy. But I still got to be a husband. I still got to be a father. I still got to have fun when I want to have fun. I got to do all this. I still got to not talk on this phone right. I still got to get this bomb, this pack from all the way over here to all the way over there with no mishaps every day. And if I get caught once, everything I've worked for is gone. I can accumulate a gazillion, badillion for $1 trillion. And in one day, one slip, everything gone. Even if it don't leave right then, it's still gone. Because once you gone, that trickles off, that's gone. So it's like playing basketball and the score was 200 to zip. Man, you done ran up 200 and they got 0. Man, you balling. And they come down and make one little layup. Now they got 201 and game over. You lost. So selling drugs is kind of stupid when you look at the larger scope of it. It's just the instant gratification of the instant tax-free money. It's like, hey, yeah, I'm finna run this. But when I was in prison, I'm like, man, this shit, why the hell was I selling drugs? Man, that man took a dime out of everybody. Who gonna notice a dime? If you log in your account every day, you not gonna notice a dime. If your account was $680.76 yesterday, you ain't gonna notice the day you're $680.66 because you spending too. So you not a dime, cuz. That man did that, he said, for 6 years. That man got 4 years. Another guy was down there with Mr. Banks, can hoop real good. He was Tim Duncan, them agent. He swindled them out of paper at the camp, hooping good every day. Wife coming to visit every Saturday. Wife fine as hell. Slim little, fine as hell, coming to visit every Saturday. I think Mr. Banks ain't had him about 6-7 years. You feel me? And swindled these NBA players out of meals. You feel me? Kevin Trudeau. Y'all can look up Kevin. Y'all can look up Mr. Banks too. Kevin Trudeau. This man wrote a book about how to get rich, and it was working. So the government told him to stop writing the books. Man, the man made so much money off the books. Man, the man, he got a thing on American Greed. Y'all can look this up. Kevin Trudeau. I was locked up with him. Very arrogant though. He's not a good person to be around. But I was locked up with him. He worked in the kitchen with me. He not no good person, but I'm just explaining to you how these people get money other ways without going through the things we go through. So this man wrote a book about how to get rich, and whatever he had in the book, it worked it. So the government tell him stop printing books. He never stopped. He keep running it up, man. He make 30, 40 million off these books. He keep printing books. So they like, if you don't stop printing them books, we gonna lock you up. He like, lock me up for what? Y'all can't lock me up for nothing. I'm not breaking the law. They locked this man up, indicted this man for contempt of court. I mean, obstruction of justice, and gave this man 10 years for nothing. That's the only time I've seen a white man get disciplined like that for nothing. That they gave that man 10 years for obstruction of justice, just for writing a book. But the book wasn't violent. It's just little tricks and trades and that they don't want you to know. Because they like, if everybody get hip to this book, who gonna work at McDonald's? Who gonna come cut my grass? Who gonna clean my floors? Who gonna keep this economy going if everybody get rich fast? Because everybody can't be rich. The world wouldn't even work right if everybody was rich. So they like, you can't tell everybody this. So yeah, they gave, and y'all can look that up. Kevin Trudeau, he's on American Greed. I was personally locked up with him. I was locked up with Nevin Shapiro from Miami, from the University of Miami, who the Ponzi. Yeah, I was locked up with him. Rich. I go through his picture book. He in here with everybody. Shaq, Warren Sapp, Uncle Luke, anybody who came through that Miami, man, that boy on the picture with that, Willie McGinnis, everybody in this boy picture book, and he with him. And this ain't no one day thing. His picture books is life. Yeah, Kevin Trudeau. I mean, not Kevin Trudeau, Nevin Shapiro. Y'all can look him up too. Nevin Shapiro, my partner. Nevin Shapiro bought me a pair of Kyries and they love me to death. Shout out Nevin Shapiro. Boy, I hope you're home, because I think Nevin Shapiro had got like 22 years. Boy, I hope you're home. And if you is, get at me, man. Get at me, boy. Holler at me. Boy, we got big plans, remember? Yeah, but yeah, I was locked up with him. And I can't even tell you what the hell he was locked up for. Like, so it's like these laws. Listen, I'm going to tell you how simple is this. If you figure out a way to get money at a very fast rate and it make their head spin, it's a law for it. Look at the boy on me with the haircut. That boy figured out a way to just put a bunch of channels on a stick, on the little Roku stick, like a, you feel me? That man got indicted for that. They went through the books and found a law that applied to that because he ran it up too fast. He's selling a system. It's just TV. It ain't hurt nobody. It's really only helping. But boy, you got money too fast. You got to be doing something wrong. Hold on, man. Let's find something in here. Section Title 46 says anyone who pre-records TV programming and is sentenced. Yeah. Apply that to him. And it's just indict them, and we'll get them. Man, indict them, and we'll get them on the rest later. Just figure out that. Yeah, it's a way. They don't want you to get tax-free money fast. They own your ass, boy. You feel me? But if they can figure out how to tax it, then hey, we can go and build together. Just like alcohol is way worse than weed. Way worse. The side effects is way worse than weed. But it's accepted more than weed. So if you go wherever you go, alcohol is going to be sold. Family functions, press conference, White House, basketball games, NFL games, baseball games, movies. Wherever you go, alcohol is sold. It's acceptable. And they know that they're going to indulge in it. You got to be a part of that group, a part of that society where weed is accepted. Weed ain't accepted there. Well, I can't just fire a blunt in the White House. I can't just fire a blunt in the movies, but I guarantee you, I can walk through the White House with a martini. I can walk through you feel me? Like, it's accepted. I got to be in a certain circle for this to be accepted. So we going to outlaw this as long as we can. But now we notice a lot of people on it. So man, let's figure out how to put tax on this. You feel me? But how many people have died from drunk driving? How many people have went to jail for DUIs? How many people have just made terrible decisions and killed people with their hands or guns off being intoxicated off liquor? How many people have fought off liquor? Blase, blase, blase. But yet and still, this is legal. It's taxed because it's accepted. No matter all the fatalities and deaths that come with it. But this is kind of like a black thing. It's kind of like an urban thing. It's kind of like it's kind of taboo. So we can't. But now so many people on it. Yeah, let's find a way to tax this too. You feel me? So anytime you figure out a way to make some money, man, real fast, like they ain't stun you if you making, little 5-6 figures. But once you start, yeah, and you can change them, yeah, boy, they at you. So yeah, that's just a little jewels for the day, man. Hopefully that was a good help. I tried to, y'all probably get tired of hearing my little story, so I ain't want to just keep story, and that was on my mind because I was watching some on YouTube the other day, listening, and I just noticed how lost people be who in the streets but don't know what's going on. Like, don't know, boy, you in the conspiracy, boy, you in the a Rico, boy, you finna go to jail forever, or you feel me? Or boy, it just ain't worth it no more. Like, at the time, trapping was, you feel me? But like, man, it just ain't there. Man, them people gonna hide you, man. So that's why I always say at the end of these video, man, put them guns down, put that work down, figure out a trade, figure out something. There's ways to make dope money now legally, man. If YouTube cut these checks, you understand? Ain't nothing the feds can really come do to me, man. You feel me? YouTube cutting these, you understand what I'm saying? You know, you get that real estate, ain't too much the fed can do, man. Real estate right here. You get them CDLs, man, ain't too much the Fed can do to you, man, unless you load that bit down with that, you feel me? Now you got a problem, but it's ways to make dope money now without dope. You feel me? So, you understand? You know, niggas still rap about it, niggas still woo. I already said it in the rap, didn't live it. Like my man Jay-Z said, instead of risking my life, I already said it in the song. You feel me? If you don't, you know, so so that's where I'm at with that. So if you do hear music like that, then that's just me painting a picture of what I know and what I've been through. It's like, it's no sign, it's nothing different from Arnold Schwarzenegger playing a Terminator, or Sylvester Stallone being the expendable and never die and come through big guns all the time. And that's just what he know men like to see. And I know this what the streets like to hear. Because I can sit on here and preach all day, but the streets going to still be there. Somebody got to make the soundtrack for it and help them along the way. You understand? So that's what rappers do. You feel me? But some rappers get carried away and really be for real on their tracks, and that's how we end up with conspiracies and Ricos. You feel me? Now it's how we signing out, man. Appreciate y'all time. Hopefully it was a good ep. Hopefully y'all like it. Comment and subscribe, man. Run me up, man. Put a real guy up there, man. I'm trying to reach Casanat and them or something, man. Put us in the room, man. I'm gonna represent for us, man. Northside signing out. It's with.